today we will be doing this tournament a little bit differently. We will be starting right at 4 instead. Oh, my hat's a little bit green. Let me remove that. We will be starting. Wow, my face is a bit burnt. Right at 4 instead of waiting like 10 minutes afterwards. Really do need a. Hold on, I'm gonna put a dummy. I'm gonna put a dummy realm in the. This first one's going to be the quiet. That shouldn't be right. Mic settings are the same as they always are. Why is... Oh, I know exactly why it's doing that. Camera settings. The exposure. That's good. Maybe set the. How did the exposure get back to where it was? Defaults. Let's do focus of. Right there. 10. I'd say that's good. We can set the exposure down a little bit. And we got 3 minutes. That's good enough. Once the game starts, it won't matter that much. Am I too quiet for anyone else, or is it just a? I wouldn't think the game is loud. All right, time to turn it up a little bit. How's that? Time to get some sort of a meme realm. Something really short. A good warm up. Oh, Inferno, of course. Alright, where is my... Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it either. Right. Inferno. Open file location. Inferno.bytes. There we go. Now it's always got something to start on. Don't worry, you won't be scored on it. It's just a warm-up. I forgot. I have to increase that. All right, time to start. We're doing Inferno. And we're doing it on challenge. I think I'm using the right control scheme. Yes. Man, I hope my face isn't too red. Because I need something quick. This map, because I need something quick. Plus, since it's not being scored or spectated, since it's not officially part of the tournament. It's a good warm-up. Oh boy, this is going to be tricky. Ooh. It's quick. That's one thing it is. Neo-kun, Rocket Launching Boy, Kirito, and General Kenobi. Was there ever a question of whether or not I wanted to see suffering on my stream? That's all these are. This is just me publicly displaying my sadism. This map also gives people time to filter in before the tournament proper. I knew I shouldn't have tried that skip. Ooh, there goes General Kenobi. Let's see if Kirito will make the same mistake. Nope. I don't remember the map where everyone died because of the kill grid. Wow, Rocket Launching Boy, surprisingly. Hanging on. Not historically known for his tenacity. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. Last one in the map. Can we just do this the entire tourney? I'm halfway tempted to allow that. I mean, if the tournament fell on April 1st, that would be a fantastic way to do the tournament, but nope. Okay, on to the next one, and next realm is Canyon Realm. On we go. Time to mark my sheet. So at the beginning, if you want to opt out, please spectate. It's easier to count than a reset at the beginning in the final scoring, because I basically just look out for resets during the map gameplay. Ooh. Is there an Easter realm? No. Closest I'd say is, I don't know, something spring-like. Forest realm, maybe? But that one's kind of like a far cry from like an actual Easter map. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and... There we go. Got some music. Oh wow. MC Splashdown is deciding to abstain. Am I gonna play Kenobi's Junk Realm? Most decidedly not. Very, very unlikely. Alright, well looks like Sweden and MC Splashdown. Rocket Launching Boy Teku, so that's a EDR for Rocket Launching Boy. And oh wow. A lot of freedom after that jump. To course correct onto a later part of the track, as we can see here. Although not everybody took that liberty here. Looks like Dark Asteroid missed the track landing. And it is trying to regain some of his placement here. Trying to figure out a way to get, yep. He's into the tunnel, not the actual tunnel. I was just trying to finagle his way back onto the track. Oh, and he just barely missed it. Alright, Creeper's Rock, excuse me, who's taking Excellium. Is just finding the straightest line. It's ricocheting off these corners here. Not sure exactly how he got down onto the bottom. Ooh, that's a wreck. Didn't quite make it all the way back onto the track. And there's a hyperpod with the word functional written right next to it. XMD 007. Right behind Dark Asteroid, going around a loop for this large chunk of canyon rock. Decided to take a different fork than Dark Asteroid here. Neocon is monorailing it underneath the track. I both love and hate that bug. This makes for very delightful... How did they fall through the track? 918, yeah, RD 918. It's a Porsche 918, but with a drone skin. Take another look at it if you'd like. They're still in the game. Yep, here it is. It's a Porsche 918, but with a drone skin. The drone skin and model were supplied. The model wasn't made, it was ripped. But the texture was made by Dashi. A 10203. He has a YouTube channel where he uploads videos of distance maps. And also occasionally, or at least he used to, make distance maps. Alright, I have a very foggy memory of the layout of this track, so I can't quite say with any degree of certainty just exactly how far along Nero is in terms of how close he is to the track. But he appears to be coming up against a sort of corkscrew. There's some blue-orange clouds over there, which are very interesting. I never noticed them in this track. Someone is driving, or was driving, a Neko racing car. I haven't played Warped yet. I might add it right at the end, just to spite people. Because I can just edit things right into the playlist without exiting distance, but I don't know if that's going to change how it was loaded. Looks like most contestants are actually holding their own rather well on this map. I'm not seeing a lot of wrecks. So far, we've only got 5 DNFs. And the rest of the players are actually getting some scores. Which is both good and bad. The important thing to keep in mind is that very few players will actually keep any of the scores they get from early game maps. I didn't even know there was a glass realm. Alright, Dark Asteroid just making it to the finish. Nero 149. I figured. It probably wasn't the best glass realm. It's all the same realms from the last tournament? I mean, yeah, it's the same maps each time, just not all of them and not in the same order. Alright, let's tally points here. Sweden is coming in hot with a 25. Lieutenant Madrek on Teku is getting a nice 18. High ground. I'm just going to change General Kenobi to high ground on my scoring spreadsheet here. Got a good 15. Splashdown got a good 12. Kirito got 10. Grendar got 8. Kipkai I don't see on the scoring sheet, so I'm just going to leave that. Mr. Zano on Teku got a 6. Von Variable got a 4. Ghost Ariel got a 2. Everybody else is getting 1s. So Rover Shield on drones, 1. Little Louch, 1. Dark Asteroid, 1. Nero 149 on drones, 1. XMD on drones, also 1. Let's see what else we got here. Neokun, 1. Creepers Raw. Oh, nope. Neokun didn't finish. That's a wreck. So Nick Elements I don't think is in yet, so I'm just going to put a 0 for him. Creepers Rock wrecked. Y Luan also not here. Neither is Red Lee. Alright. Good to move on. Next in this series is the Reactor realm. Teku Kairon. That might be possible. Someone just has to put time toward it. Just throw time at it and it'll get done. Okay. I feel like people, I feel like Pines' Realms maps are a good way to, they're like the transition drug that most people who play Distance just for the realms. They're like like a gateway drug for those people. To get into regular Distance gameplay. Okay, there it is. For anybody curious as to why I'm only playing the first part, it's so that I set off the music trigger. Alright, seeing Lilouch and Rocket Launching Boy take the shortcut on the right hand side to get a little bit of a lead on the rest of the players when it comes to that first part of the track right there. Looks like Grendar missed the track a little bit and is going to be trying to regain a little bit of a foothold. How much success he'll have, however. Alright, looks like he got himself back on. Creepers Rock Gaming. Oof. That's a reset, so that's a wreck. Okay, let's see. Reactor realm. Just a second. Looks like some of the more experienced players are having trouble in some of these areas. Rocket Launching Boy using the new high voltage with those fancy schmancy wings. Ooh, hitting that boost pad, making his way right towards the end section. Looks like he's getting to score himself some points as long as he can avoid getting sucked in by that gravity sphere. Oh, goodness. Things are looking dire for Rocket Launching Boy, but he is pulled out of it. Ah, lovely. Made it past that last... Oh, wow. Thought he wrecked right there. And through the end, and thus begins the... Thus begins a lot of DNFs. Okay, so MC Splashdown securing a lovely 25 points for his lead, followed by Neokun, the drones, securing 18, which is fantastic for the drones team. And then Rocket Launching Boy, who is not including, who did not include a bracketed team name and is lucky I am counting him. Okay, so Metal Maniacs, let's go ahead and High Ground. High Ground opted out of this one, as did Mr. Zano on the Teku, so they get to keep their points. Kirito on the Silencers also opted out. Dark Asteroid on the Teku also opted out, so he gets to keep his 1 point. And that is it. Everybody else is looking at wreck. 0 points there. Wreck. And we are ready to move on. Micro Realm is next. Write this out. Okay, it looks like the music trigger starts right at the top of the map, beginning of the map. So we should be good here. And I like this map because it's easy and compact. I can see what everybody's doing. Alright, MC Splashdown and Sweden are taking the initiative here and heading right for the stairs. They've got a route planned out in advance and are vying to see who can make it to the end first. There's the portal right over there, so Sweden looks to have an early advantage. And he is not giving it up as long as he can stick this landing right onto the track, which he pulled off, then securing for himself a first place finish, which is very nice. A lot of other people following suit here. Very lovely. Alright, who do we have left? There's a few people still in the map who are taking it around the curves, around the bends, relying less on memorized routes and experience playing the map, and more just trying to survive the hazards, such as what looks like a blender? Not really sure what that is. Just some sort of a structure on the bed. Brover Shield seems to, among those who were still on the track, Brover Shield seems to have an early lead. Ghost Ariel, did Ghost Ariel wreck or no, yeah, he wrecked. And Brover Shield looks like wrecked as well on this same segment. They didn't point their car up, and I think they had trouble with this part right here. And Crazy Video Maker now has a lead of those who remain, closely followed by XMD007, and those two look like the only remaining players in the map. Heading around some flotation devices in the bathtub. And around a hairpin right here. And then up and over the toilet. Oh, it's a reference to the World Race track sheet. Very nice. Nice. All right. Looks like the two remaining players, Crazy Video Maker and XMD, are holding their positions rather consistently. It's just a competition to see who can get to the end of the map first, or who wrecks first. Because there's still plenty of obstacles left for both players. And if one wrecks, then the other will have to face a 60-second countdown timer and be left with a choice to either finish in the remaining 60 seconds or use an EDR, which for either of these players, who aren't necessarily competing against each other, they're on the same team, would count as a disqualification anyway. well, not a disqualification, but just as a wreck on the score sheet, it would count as 1 point of 4 towards resetting their score. Looks like there is some concern about a tunnel later on right here, which is appropriate as the tunnel has some obstacles that can occasionally lead to drivers crashing, as it almost did there for the crazy video maker. Now XMD had better be careful on this section, because you and Lieutenant Madrek Tide, if the score is the same down to the millisecond, then you'll be... Ooh, XMD getting wrecked. Crazy Video Maker has 60 seconds to finish this level, and whether or not they can do it with the amount of track remaining, or whether or not they're able, much less willing, to that's a reset, which still counts as a wreck. Very few scores this time. Tie for second, shockingly. Sweden pulling in with 25 points at the very top high ground with 18. Lieutenant Madrek also with 18, as the two got the same score down to the 100th of a millisecond, or just, I guess, down to the millisecond. MC Splashdown getting a good 12 points, because he got in 4th. Neokun getting 10 points here, doing quite well for himself. Grendar getting 8 points here. Mr. Zano getting 6 on Teku. Let's see. Nero 149 getting 4 for the drones. And Red L getting 2 for Teku. And everybody else, except for Kirito, just to opt out here. Got a wreck. That's another 0 for Louch, Creepers Rock, Mysterial, Von Variable, Nick Elements still not in the game. Alright, and with that, we move on to Swamp Realm. Password for the realm is in the team chats on the Discord server. Have I used Power Rage in distance? Yeah, I have. Whoop. Looks like a few people have figured out a good skip to General Kenobi's Accelerome. And they seem to be waiting right at the thrusters at the end to get in the map. Here we are. Alright, Grendar, that's an EDR for him. Also for Lieutenant Madrak. Alright, Kipkai with his Neko racing mobile. The password is available on the server. I only give it out to teams. I post it in the team chats and ping everybody who's on team in the server, and that's something that happens way beforehand. Rocket launching board reset. Ooh, crazy video maker reset. Which counts as a wreck. Since these drones. Kirito, Von Variable, Red L. Ooh, Nero, stuck in the muck. Sinking very slowly. XMD, both drones, stuck in the swamp mire. Von Variable, reset. General Kenobi, author of this map, is doing some risky maneuvers in his Rolling Thunder, that's what this is. Somebody's gonna... Oh, Kipkai. Oh wait, they're not on the team. Somebody's gonna have to give you a password because I don't give them out publicly. The few people who are here, who are playing and who don't have a team in brackets on their name, like Cerberus, they had somebody else give them the password, somebody who was on a team. I may have to let a dog out here real quick. That's a dumb. Yep. I think I'm gonna have to do that. Are they? Yeah, you want me to let you out, don't you? All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm not gonna use my BRB screen though, so you can still see what's going on in the tournament. Ugh. What did I miss? Anything earth-shattering? Yeah, just a few finishes. Dark Asteroid and Cerberus and B1E, who did not reserve a car and is therefore not being scored, are the only ones left here. Oh, sure, you could make the Roadrunner a tourney prize. I mean, I was just going to use it to replace the one that we've already got on the drive. Once I figure out how to update the texture for it, get something cleaner and not super, you know, messed up. Yes, it would appear that a majority of participants are mired in the muck, the bottom of the swamp. Red L is going to need to use his Silencer's EDR, which he can access through his... Alright, looks like drone reset. Okay, drone's reset. Nero, Red L, XMD, the only ones left. And while I'm scoring, I'm going to give them some time to get unstuck, and if they don't, I'm going to DNF their score. Okay, so coming in first is General Kenobi, no surprise there, this is his map. Second is Neokun, getting some very consistently high scores for drones, considering how they performed last tournament. Sweden with 15. Dark Asteroid with a very nice 12 points for this realm, and that is it. As far as spectators go, Kirito is spectating. Mr. Zeno on Teku also spectating. MC Splashdown spectating. Protecting is very impressive. How much does he have? 39 point... That's not right. It's very impressive 39 score. Okay, and Ghost Ariel and Lieutenant Madrek also spectating. Lieutenant Madrek. Not even an EDR, that's a full... Well, that wasn't... Yeah, that was an opt-out, I'd say. Okay, anybody else right at the end that I did not see? Nope. Okay, we are moving full speed ahead here. Red Lee is getting wrecked. Latch, Creeper's Rock also wrecked. Adding wreck to... Elements has not showed up yet. Alright, are any of them unstuck? Neither of them are unstuck. Next realm, Sky Realm. How do you participate in these races? Okay, Alright, let's go ahead and spectate there. Wow, that glare. I forgot just how bright this map was. Up in the stratosphere where there's no atmosphere to block out the sun's rays. Turning off blue might actually help. Give you a pair of shades. Customizing those game settings is the real pro strat here. Oh, come on. Don't be difficult.
Why don't you like me anymore?
That's good enough. Lovely, lovely. A very wide spread of players on this map. You can see some very near the end with this little this little like dot right here at the end as the exit portal. Most players are just going through the track and not risking zipping straight to the end. And I'm guessing that's most likely as a result of the invisible walls on this track. There are a lot of obstacles that you can collide with that are just invisible walls and not kill grids, but function in much the same way as they kill you, which if you're going at a high rate of speed. Red L is driving on one of these walls here. Which protects the exit from people who approach from a direction that is not. I thought that was a reset from a direction that isn't the direction you're supposed to come. One of the just one questionable method used to deter people from getting all the way to the end. Kipkai has also discovered the invisible walls on this map. Here we have high ground in his. Dark Asteroid got wrecked. There goes points. And both Nero 149 and General Kenobi, aka High Ground, seem to be neck and neck for very high placements on this map. General Kenobi doing very well for himself. So far in this tournament, with quite a few points here. What does that do? No. These score multipliers are not supposed to be there. We've got some score multipliers on the wrong teams. What is all this? This is Distance. This is an arcade racing platformer. And what you're seeing right now is the custom cars and workshop maps feature of Distance, which has allowed people such as myself and many others to import these Acceleracers models into the game to complete the theme, the Acceleracers theme that these Realms maps build in Distance. High Ground 1. Lovely. Alright, and that is just about everyone. Grendar, the Crit Magnet, and Kirito are closing in right on this last island here. The Power Bomb model is from Beat That. Hot Wheels Beat That. The texture is from Beat That too, I think. So is the Spectite, actually. The Spectite is from Hot Wheels Beat That. Yeah, this is really just a distance community disguised as an Acceleracers community. Because other than like distance stuff, there's not a whole lot that goes on in this channel related to Acceleracers. Okay, let's do some scoring. High ground, as always, scoring high. That's 25 points for him, giving him a startling lead of 83 points, which is the highest on Maniacs, and actually the highest in the game right now. So High Ground is actually currently placed first in the tournament, if he can keep that score. But of course, endurance tournaments mean everything is on the line. Everything is on the line, so if he wrecks even once, that entire score disappears. Okay, Nero 149, that's 18 points for a second place placement. 15 points for Rocket Launching Boy. Swedan, that's 12 for him. Not doing nearly as well as he did last tournament. 10 points for Kirito from Silencers. It looks like a few players have been practicing a lot. And Grendar, that is 8 points for him. And as far as, okay, Lieutenant Madrek and MC Splashdown have both opted out here. But the rest of the players did not score, have had their score reset. Very unfortunate. Alright, next realm. Who is in second? Second place right now is going to be with 77 points, Swedan on Metal Maniacs. Right behind General Kenobi with 83. So Blizzard realm. You accidentally fell asleep. Don't you live in the same time zone as I do? It's like 4 p.m. here. Man, you must have had a rough day. Okay. Whoop. Okay, let's go ahead and bust a sick trick flip into the air before spectating. Wreck. Oops. Grendar. Ghost Aerial there in the very attractive but very low poly and low DTO Roadrunner here. Which does not have wings, which is something I plan to fix. It is actually. I've done it with the sweeper. The only way to make all the wheels turn is to import the wheels as two-wheel objects and then stack them one in front of the other in the back. If you do it in the front, then they don't turn right, and the whole thing just kind of falls apart. The Latch has given up the ghost on these tournaments. Yeah, that's okay. Maybe he'll change his mind once I finally finish my Metro realm. Swedan, right at the end, a little bit ahead of Cerberus, as the both of them outrun an avalanche that you as the audience cannot see because it only works on client mode. Swedan securing a first place victory on Blizzard Realm, most impressive. Ghost Aerial also clinching a victory. Nero 149 also getting a good good score here. Grendar, Dark Asteroid, Crazy Video Maker still in the ice field before the Hyperpod shed housing facility. However you want to, whatever you want to call it. Oh no, they're just past that point. Those Yetis there actually throw the pieces of ice, which is what you see when he slows down time to time. Yes, Creeper's Rock just finished, perhaps taking an alternate route. And XMD, the last player in the game, ironically, more people are finishing here than they are on other maps. Most likely. Ooh, XMD. Very unfortunate. Okay. Nick Elements. That's another 0 for him. And a 0 for, okay, High Ground. Mr. High Ground. Getting nothing this map because he opted out. But coming in first, coming in hot, is Sweet On with 25 points. Second is Neocon with 18. And after that is Kirito with 15 points. Not bad considering he hasn't wrecked once, so he's still got everything he has earned. Working his way towards leaderboard. Von Variable, or no, Ghosterial, working himself 12 points this map. After that, Lieutenant Madrek, 10 points for the Teku. MC Splashdown getting 8 points for the Metal Maniacs. Very consistent placings with him. I don't think he has died once in this tournament, except for the first map. Everybody died on that. 6 points for Nero 149 on drones. Just not a bad haul. Grendar the Crit Magnet on Teku is getting 4 points. And Brover Shield is getting 2 points on the drones. And that is it for any points other than 1. Dark Asteroid gets 1. Creeper's Rock gets 1. And Crazy Video Maker on drones gets 1 point. Everybody else is looking at Rex here. And that is it. Rocket Launching Boy is, yep, okay. Next realm, Desert Realm. There's the portal, gleaming its symbol onto the control room right up here. And through to the other side is a glaring moon. Well, I would assume to be a moon, given all these stars. No environment. Swedan is taking a little bit of a right field turn, ignoring the track and heading straight for the end. He is... Crazy Video Maker left the game. It's a 0 here. I think. Let's see. Nope. Nope. Nobody died. Hemlo. Oh. Oh no. How many realms are left? I don't know. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 20 are left on the playlist. Sweden. Planet. Risky. Mr. Zano got wrecked. MC Splashdown seems to have a little bit of a lead on him. Ghost Ariel can't decide whether or not he's going to pass Sweden, it would appear. Cerberus is very gingerly inching his way through the quicksand pits. I think Realms could probably use Nick Elements' first wreck. Realms could probably use a few more non-lethal run-stopping obstacles. Not everything is going to kill the player instantly. Alright. Kipkai and Brovershield have followed in the trend of not paying any mind to the quicksand pit, which is more of a time pit for players who are trying to get to the end. Rocket Launching Boy, or just Rocket Boy, because Rocket Launching Boy was a bit of a mouthful. Getting to the end here. Red L, not particularly concerned with placing here. Lieutenant Madrek getting to the end. Sweden also right at the end. Grendar, Kirito, and Neokun all right at the end of this track, very close to the Realms portal here. It looks like they've worked out very effective shortened routes here to get up and to the end of this realm. General Kenobi's still making his way across to the pyramid. Some very big loop. Dark Asteroid on the section with the scorpions. you can see he's not boosting in an attempt to preserve his score, what little score he has. Red L, XMD, and B1E, as well as Dark Asteroid. Very slowly making their way to the end here. Looks like Red L is finally, ouch, wrecking. XMD right at the end. Dark Asteroid, B1E. Are the last two players in the map, and Dark Asteroid is just finishing here. B1E, I'd better get to the end quickly. All right, MC Splashdown coming in first with a total of 25 points. Very nice. Ghost Aerial, 18 with a second. Von Variable, 15 with a third. All Metal Maniacs. Lieutenant Madrek getting 12 with his fourth. Sweden getting 10 with his fifth. Grendar getting 8 with his sixth. Kirito getting 6 with his seventh. Neokun getting 4 with his 8th. Which is still points. It's a considerable amount more than anybody else on the drones team. He's out competing. He's shaping up to be on the top of the drones leaderboard. 2 for high ground here, which is the lowest score he's ever got so far in this tournament. And 1 for XMD and everybody else, which is Dark Asteroid. And a wreck for everyone else, which it's not too many people. Let's see, who else do we have here? I think I want to say Rocket Launching Boy placed, but I don't know what the placement was because they left, so I'm just going to put that as an O. You get an O this time. Alright, and then that's a wreck for everyone else. Next, Speed of Silence 4 out of 4, which is the Ice Realm. Who's in top 4 and what are their points? Let's take a look. So top score right now is number 18. That is Sweden. Sweden is in the top with 112 points. Second to Sweden is 85 points. That is General Kenobi. Next is 82 points. That is MC Splashdown. These aren't counting wrecks. These are just overall placements. And then there's a fourth somewhere. Realms and Chill. If Pines actually gave us a food realm, we wouldn't know what to do with it. There we go. XMD got wrecked. Fun variable is taking the back route here. There's a section where you're going to see real soon where ground falls right out from under him. That's because that boulder positioned up there just goes right down. Lieutenant Madrek, I'm going to give him a 0 because he left and rejoined. I'm just making sure I count that now. Fun variable going towards those little chambers, which you complained about and which I fixed, which now are much better at transporting people from one part of the map to another. That's actually the time it takes for the portal to animate. Little flotation devices here. And the players who are lucky enough to have their game recognize those ice cubes are being very careful not to run into them because they don't want to ricochet around those ice cubes. And for good reason. It can be very difficult to recover on this map. You more or less fall until you land on the ground, and once that happens, you have to find your way back up. Red L, taking it very seriously. Nick elements for the Metal Maniacs, not messing around with any of the tracks on the surface, and just going for the transfers underneath. Doing fairly well so far. Rover Shield also taking the same route, falling down underneath. Good times by General Kenobi. You practice more, you know the tracks better. I mean, that's just how it is. We can't recreate the maps every time, so it's not like we can have something completely randomized that people have never seen before. You know what's going to be in the tournament, but you don't know like exactly when it's going to be. The asteroid used an EDR. Gotta write that down. The endurance factor does help a little bit with evening the playing field, because even players who make a fantastic run, if they make one mistake, then that entire run is thrown out the window. It looks like Red L, Lelouch, and Brover Shield are the last left in the game, or in the realm. They are what remains of the drivers who got sucked into this frozen wasteland.
The realms aren't supposed to be easy, especially when played in challenge mode. They're supposed to be unforgiving and challenging, and more about competition than about just having fun. I mean, that's the reason why it's scored. Of course, the aim is to have fun, but the competition is really just kind of a forum for that. Alright, Red L. Wow. Very lucky reseat on the track right there. Here we have Brover Shield somehow below the frozen lake. You can play these maps with sprint. If you want to practice them. If you've downloaded the maps, then all you have to do is just play them 1 or 2 times. Playing them without knowing what's going on in the maps is an easy way to oh, a louch. That's another wreck. It's an easy way to run into issues like assuming the portal will be open. I mean, I kind of rely on the portal still being spinning to communicate that the portal isn't open yet. But there's always problems. Brover Shield got wrecked, and there's 60 seconds left. So in that 60 seconds, let's take a look. Oh, Red L also wrecked. Okay, let's see here. So Grendar spectated, so it's an opt-out. Rocket launching, or MC Splashdown also spectated, so that's an opt. Ghost Aerial, that's another spectate. Lieutenant Madrek, that's a spectate. No, that was just an opt-out. XMD. Okay. Sweden is first with 25 points. High Ground second with 18. Kitty Toe's third with 15 points, which is not bad, and that gets boosted by 20%. Von Variable gets 12 points, which is very good considering, well, that's a total of 37. That's 12 points for Von, 10 points for Neokun, which is another placement, which is a very good record. Nick Elements gets 8 points for the Maniacs. Nero, 149, gets 6. And Mr. Zano gets 4 for Teku. Everyone else gets either a 0 or a wreck, and I think that accounts for mostly everybody. Alright, next up is Cybergrid. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how to make this float. Or no, I'm gonna have to freeze that. Formulas, view, ah yes, zoom, nope. Excel, why do you do this to me? A lot of frames, or very few frames here in the beginning. I think there's an electric vehicle twin mill that would make a good Teku car. Ooh, Mr. Zano getting wrecked right out the gate. Sweden not risking it on the track, preferring very much to go over the tops of the buildings and opt out of the track altogether. Redley also got wrecked here. Dang, dang, dang. Dang indeed, Redley. Dang indeed. How do I freeze page layout? Draw, nope. Insert. Nope. Home, nope. It's gotta be in view somewhere. Euro 149 wrecked. I'm just going to look it up on my phone. Pardon me while I just bust out my gamer phone on stream and research things about Excel. Alright, freeze. Column X. Oop. So. View freeze panes. It's right next to arrange all. Of course it would be. Right where I can't see it. Freeze panes. Okay, it's just down to Nick elements. Freeze, okay, unfreeze. Unfreeze panes, unfreeze these. It's just down to Nick. Why is it just down there? Why does it freeze all of those? Okay, I'm apologizing for the lack of commentation, but this Excel spreadsheet needs to be frozen. Freeze first column. Okay, this will do. Lovely. XMD terminated by the laser grid. Whew. Such relief. High ground. Mr. High Ground right here. Yeah, you're gonna have to EDR to get out of this. You're the last person in the map. All right, only 3 people finished this round. First is Sweden, 25 points, very nice. Second is Lieutenant Madrek, getting himself 18 points as a second. I'll leave that as a 0 for you, so your score doesn't get reset. And then MC Splashdown, third with 15 points. All right, let's see. Most of the placements were DNFs. Dark Asteroid got himself an opt-out here. The Louch got himself an opt-out as well. Not that it does him any good. I don't think he has any points. Kirito also giving himself an opt-out. Ghost Stereo as well. And then Von Variable too. Every other player. Wreck. Very unfortunate. All right, let's move on to the next map, which is Storm Realm. Oh, everybody's favorite. Technical failures happen. I don't know what placement he would have gotten otherwise, though. Whoop. It's not that he's being held accountable, it's just that his score is just being negated. Come on. Give me that music trigger. Oh, yeah. Alright. We see a few players breaking from the main track to get to the second branch without going through most of the loops. Here they are. Neokun, looks like, has also practiced the same skips that General Kenobi has. General Kenobi, who, by the way, doesn't seem to have taken the skips this time. Very nice. Kip Kai and General Kenobi are behind Neokun this time. Neokun, who did get a wreck on Cybergrid, but who did not lose his score, as he has a drone participating. He is one wreck away from getting his score reset, though, and I think Nero has just got his score reset. So this is Nero with a score of 0. If he can make it to the end of this map, then he'll be able to get himself some points for the leaderboard again. Okay, Von variable. MC splashdown. All very, very cautious, as you can see, around those little pads on the ground. What you don't see as a spectator is the lightning that comes down right onto those. If a player drives over that lightning, they're going to be ejected from the track. Neokun securing a first place placement for themselves, which is very impressive. Playing as RD08 nonetheless for canonical accuracy. Now we may see more players utilizing this hyperpod here, as it was recently reset, and it should now be more reliable. But we can see Kirito still doesn't trust it. A few of the players here, I think, are in a little box. Or they were. Ooh, looks like Creeper's Rock got hit with a piece of lightning. You could hear that that pop-up blocker knock him right off the road. So that's how those things work. Suidan securing for himself 3rd place, and on this map, that's not bad at all. We can see a lot more people placing this map than others. All right, looks like Von variable used in EDR. Which is important to note because you have a limited number of those. Mr. Zano wrecked. Ouch. Brover Shield also did not make it. MC Splashdown managed to make it to the end of the map, which is very impressive, using a nice new nice fancy new riveted model by Axel. Why put lightning rods right before jump? Epic level design. Yes. Very epic. Looks like Rocket Launching Boy is finally back after what seems to be a little bit of a hiatus. Ooh, Creeper's Rock. Got hit by a rod again. Him, Ghosterial, and Nero. Still in the realm. Published just to spice it. Nice. Make it easier then. You know there's a Realms bug fix channel for that. If there's things that you don't like about it, then you can just write in there. Like if there's genuine problems with it, like there was on the Hyperpod, just let me know and I'll look into it. I see. Oop, looks like Ghosterial just got popped right off the track. He's gonna have to use an EDR. B1E, the last player in the map. Okay, we're seeing quite a bit more placements with Storm here. 25 points for Neokun, bringing their score up to 82, which is, I think, 4th overall, like global. High Ground here getting 18. Sweden also getting 15 points, still in the teens. MC Splashdown getting 12. Nero is getting 10 here, which is a good return from where he was. Creepers Rock Gaming is getting 8 for Teku. Or no, for Silencers. And that is it in terms of actual scores. Now let's see who all spectated. Dark Asteroid decided to opt out here. XMD counts as a wreck because they can't opt out. Kirito is opting out as well. Von Variable, that's an EDR. Nick Elements on Silencers, or no, Met Maniacs. That's another EDR there. Ghost Stereo for Metal Maniacs. EDR there. Grendar opt out here. And Lieutenant Madrek, which is another opt out for everybody else. That is a wreck. Alright, moving on. Next, 12 realms so far is what we've done out of 28. Next is Monument Realm. This realm is monumental. Just gonna wait for that music trigger to start, and I'm gonna try and hit the warp realm Acceleracharger. See if I can hack it. Ooh! I don't think I've ever done that before. Ooh, rocket launching boy. Lieutenant Madrek with his first wreck, I think, for a while. Rocket launching boy also at a wreck here. I want to say that's a wreck. Yep. And Von Variable also, unfortunately, a wreck. Why does it not like me? Why does Excel not like me? Freeze panes, freeze top row. Oh, very nice. Ah, but it unfroze that part. Neokun, another wreck there. Freeze panes, freeze first column. Neokun, another wreck. Unfortunately, a fourth wreck, which means Neokun's score is reset. Alright, looks like Sweden just finished. Dark Asteroid and the Crazy Video Maker are making their way down through the lake into a tunnel, into this secret crystal palace underground thing. B1E close on their heels. Kirito and MC Slashdown right near the end. Mr. Zano and Grendar also at the very last section of this map with these giant towers that shoot scary, scary laser beams. Ooh. Looks like 0 score for General Kenobi on this realm, since he got disconnected during loading, it would appear. Nero 149 finished, Red Owl finished, XMD not so lucky. This is going to be his eighth wreck, his second score reset, so he's working with a score of nada. That was a quick dinner. Dark Asteroid finished, and so did Crazy Video Maker. Okay, so Sweden pulling in a handsome 25 points for that first place placement. Nick Elements up in his game a little bit with 18 for second place. MC Splashdown with 15 for third. Kirito with 12 for fourth here. Ghost Aerial is 10. 8 goes to Grendar. 8 to Grendar. 6 to Mr. Zano, bringing them back up from a reset score. Nero is going to get 4 here. Red L is getting 2 points for Teku. And Dark Asteroid is getting 1 point for himself. Crazy Video Maker also getting 1. And Creepish Rock Gaming also getting 1 for Silencers. We've got a few late joins here. I don't think any of them count. And here we are. That is that. Next, we have the breaking point 1 out of 4. So pipeline, really. Alright, and I'm going to use the bathroom really fast. So I'm just going to go ahead and focus on one particular player after I enter the realm, and then catch up on scoring as soon as I get back. Actually, that was the other pipeline. I think the door does work on this one. Clem. Clem. You may see a bit of him next Saturday. Oh, the louch. Alright, I will actually... I'll just count that as a 0. I'm not a wreck. Not that it would change anything. But just because I feel like being nice. Looks like Creeper's Rock had a glitch that left them in the lobby. Neochrome. Alright. Looks like good time to spectate. Neochrome is 1 and a 0 for this one. Louch. So 0. Alright. Be right back. Did I miss anything interesting? Looks like not a lot of people have died. Oh, new subscriber. Why, thank you very much. Welcome to my sunburn channel. Sridan pulled in a first, and looks like Nick Elements was on some sort of a vine trail there. I saw him seemingly driving on air. Lieutenant Madrek. Ooh, Grendar. Not having a good time out in space. He's a bottle rocket. Wow. Looks like Grendar used one of his EDRs. Those are precious. Crazy video maker is floating off. Meanwhile, back on the pipeline, Nick is still just plugging away out at this map right here. Seeing a whole swarm of finishings. Oh no. Sticky keys. The bane of any PC gamer's existence. You can actually turn that prompt off. Just in case you didn't know, that's something you can turn off. Kipkai and his Neko gaming mobile. I'm not actually racing. None of these players are me. I just get as far as I need to in order to set off the music trigger and then spectate. Alright. Metal Maniacs, Nero, Brovershield, who is also a bottle rocket, and Red Owl, and B1E are the only players left in this match. Just wandering through space one day, and this is what you see. Looks like Rocket Launching Boy has decided that he wants to try and get to the end using less conventional means. He's going to finesse his way do you have to rejoin if you glitched? You can do either. You can leave and rejoin, or you can just wait. Realistically, that is what would happen with zero drag. You just keep spinning until something corrects you. Distance is the only game, as far as I know, to have realistic space physics. well, realistic. Like the option to turn off things like drag entirely. Ooh. Rocket launching boy, that is a wreck. Another wreck. Didn't have any points. Would not appear. Looks like the momentum of his spinning carried him into a hard wall, and that destroyed his car. But yeah, basically, he got unitied. Which is a fancy way of, he's still going. He is still going. Fancy way of saying that the collisions were calculated weird. Damn, I actually may run out of space this tournament. We got in a lot of maps. We've only got 2 more left on the spreadsheet. I may have to increase that. Nero racing on the outside of the pipeline here. Warped final map? Maybe. If we have time, right at the end, I might put it on. I might. Oh, I don't know if Sound Realm was added to the tournament list. It should be. Might be cool to, oh, B1E, flying right to the end. He found a wing zone or something, it would appear. Because I don't think flying is enabled by default, but he found some sort of a trigger Easter egg. And there he goes. Now Nero and Brovershield, both drones, have to find their way. Who's in top 4 and what's their points? Alright, well I'm going to have to calculate this on the fly. Now bear in mind, this is without any wrecking. So top 4, the top player is Sweden currently with 202 points, but bear in mind 25 of those points aren't applicable because he wrecked. So really that would be 202 minus 25. Second after him is someone with 124 points, MC Splashdown, and then it's you, General Kenobi, with 121, and then after that, fourth highest would be Neo Kun with 82.4 points. I know you haven't wrecked yet, but some people have, and I edit it right at the end. MC is in second. Currently, yes. I don't see any wrecks on his record, so that score should be up to date. All right, let's see if this shakes things up. Let's go ahead and pipeline. So Sweden is first place with 25 points, putting him further in the lead. General Kenobi with 18, MC Splashdown with 15 points, Von Variable with 12, Kirito with 10. Not bad score himself. He's got 93.6 points now. 8 points for Lieutenant Madrek. Seeing a lot more placements as these tournaments go on, which is nice. 6 points for Mr. Zano. Nick Elements is getting 4 points. for the Maniacs. And 2 points go to Red L, who is on Teku. And let's see. Ghost Aerial chose to spectate, so I'm going to set them as an opt-out here. Everybody else is getting a DNF. DNF, DNF, DNF. DNF, DNF. DNF and DNF. Next map is Fog Realm. I've only got the one spreadsheet, but I've got multiple pages of it. There we go. There's the trigger. Whoop. Whoop. Woo. All right. So, let's see how everybody else is doing. The Fog Realm, the realm of very, very abrupt reactions that need to take place. Alright, Creeper's Rock got wrecked. Ooh! What a toss-up! General Kenobi wants 3rd place on the entire roster. Is now not even on the roster. Looks like Dark Asteroid got a wreck. That's all his points as well. Kirito and Lieutenant Madrek getting close to that that warp anchor there, disguised as a warped realm hyperpod. Ironic, you know, considering that the naming conventions here. Alright, looks like Teku uses EDR. Not that it particularly matters. Ooh, the Louch. It's a wreck for him as well. See the players using their wings so that they don't have to rely on thrusters to get them past difficult sections. Ghost Aerial still with a respectable, gosh, 40 points at this point. Red L. I just love that RD06 model. It just came out really nicely. Just came out exceptionally nice. Alright, let's take a look at how things shook out. Nick Elements ended up spectating, so he gets an opt-out on his score. Sweden, 25 for a first place placement. Kirito getting an 18. Second place. Lieutenant Madrek with a 15, which is a very nice boost to his already impressive score. 12 for Neokun, boosting him from what he had, which was reset. 10 for MC Splashdown. Grendar gets 8. Von Variable gets 6. Nero gets 4. Mr. Zano gets 2. Ghosterial gets 1. So does everybody else, including the crazy video maker up here on drones, and Riddell. And everybody else gets a wreck on their score. Alright, last realm. That's going to be the Metro realm. I might do it as a bonus while I score. This is going to be the last scored realm. I might knock off all that talking. Because you, my dear General Kenobi, are going to need to do some racing. Lieutenant Madrek with another wreck. Very unfortunate. Ending this game on a 0 score. Creeper's Rock also not going to be showing up on the leaderboard. Ghosterial also not on the leaderboard here. Very unfortunate. Rocket Launching Boy also gone. And the same with General Kenobi here. B1E running from the sweeper here that you can't see. Very unfortunate. Nice tubes and tubing over in that section. An elegant cut of the street turn there. Now running from the sweeper, hitting all those boost pads in order to get as far away as they can. followed by a swarm of other drivers. Nick, Von, Splash. This, I've done this before, but I find it cool to go ahead and assume the perspective here of the recon drone. This is actually where the camera is that follows the player. This game crashed when you made the jump. I want to make an exception. I do. But I don't know. Technical difficulties are parts of all online competition. Yeah, we're playing the recon drone. You know, I've considered. Let me just bounce an idea off of all of you. I've considered adding areas to all of the headquarters with different recon drones placed around the realms maps, and they would very much be little remote cameras, much the same way these are. So players who don't want to participate could stay in the Accelerome and watch other drivers compete kind of from there, and then maybe choose to go in later. It's just a thought. They'd be like little kind of booths or zones that you can just head into. Functionally, there's not much use for it, but it just still sounds cool to me. Alright, so wrapping up the tournament, Suidan gets another first place with 25 points. Kirito gets 18 here as a second. Neokun gets 15, giving them a nice, it's probably over 40 points. 12 go to Nick Elements from Metal Maniacs, assuring a time or a space on the leaderboard. We've got 10 here for Von Variable, 8 for MC Splashdown, 6 for Mr. Zano, and Grendar gets 4, not 45, just 4. Drones Rover Shield gets 2, and the rest of you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. All right. By popular request, we are going to play Warp Drum, and we will know who won the tournament here in just a little bit. Oops. It's this one. This is not for points. This is being played in sprint, so it is not for points. I'm going to give it a play first, and then while everybody else keeps on going, I am going to... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a good thing Excel gives warnings before it, whoops. That's a handy dandy little skip. Wow. I timed that perfectly. Whew. Very difficult to see what's going on here. Lots of reflective objects. Ah! Right there. Oof. Easy for players to get lost or wrecked. We're confused as to what is going on and where. Mostly just seems to be glass shards with a very confusing track layout and questionable gravity. Ooh. Here we are. Oh geez. Oh geez, I can't see. I don't know what's going on. Some of these shards are real and some of them I don't think are. But it looks like Sweden has it figured out. Whoa, something happened there. Looks like this is the last section. Because the screen is starting to drift. Ah, yep, there it is. Oh, nope. Not quite. They did the false portal thing. Very naughty. Whoop, 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 whoop. Alright, it's a good thing these arrows point in the right direction, because otherwise I would have no idea where I'm going. Ooh. Whoa. That's nice. Okay. Well, everybody else messes with that. I am going to... Ooh. Nope. Not you. I'm going to go ahead and... 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And basically nothing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. impressive. Alright, that's the score sheet. Now I just need to get a graphic. And okay. Mystery will be over here in a bit. Editable text. Okay, so for silencers, we're seeing... Wow, Kirito is literally the only one on that list. That's everybody. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and... Whoops. I didn't know you could do that. What the heck? What have I done? What have I done? Okay. Let's go ahead and bring this down here. And so this is drones. So Nero is at the top. And second place... Nope. That's... Actually, yeah, that's right. To the maniacs. Editable text. Let's see. First on the maniacs is going to be Sweet Don with a dazzling 252 points. Second on the maniacs, let me make sure that that isn't being boosted. Nope, that's it. That's all it is. Is MC Splashdown. I'm just going to shorten it to Splashdown. Third on that list is going to be Nick Elements, and fourth on that list is going to be Von Variable. Congratulations, you all placed on Maniacs. Let's go to the Teku list. So first, and okay, looks like we're tied for first here. So first on Teku is Mr. Zano and Rendar. And third is Red Lee. Congratulations. Alright, now for the overall team placement. First, by a landslide, it's going to be Maniacs. And second is going to be Silencers, which is a team of one score-wise. That's just Kirito. Second for Silencers. And fourth is Drones. Fifth is Teku. Or third is Drones. Wait, where are you? Third. Third is Drones. And Teku coming in last. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and change this real quick. Oops. Here we go. And then we're just going to go ahead and lovely. And then we've got the global list. Let's go ahead and editable text right here. So globally first is Sweden. So Sweden. Globally second. So that's 157. That is going to be MC Splashdown. Congratulations. Third on this list is going to be Kirito. And fourth. Who is fourth on this list? After 136, the highest score of 42.4. That is going to be Nero. Fourth. All right. So now I've just got to perfect. And get rid of these. And get rid of these. And voila. Oops. These are the results. All right. Well, there is actually a car prize. Let me see if I can pull it up here. It was posted in a Discord chat. Right. Oof. This chat is going to be... It's going to be in the car modeling discussion further up. Ah, here it is. Right here. The blend file right here for this car is the prize for this tournament. So for the first place winner, which is Sweden, congratulations. You get a car. And whoever else, just to see whoever else. Like, I don't know. If he wants to do top 4, then he can. It's his prize. So, yeah. That's the end of the tournament. I will see you all next Saturday. Bear in mind, next Saturday is going to be a little bit weird. I have somewhere to be from 2 to 6, possibly 8. So I won't be able to make the usual stream time. So the stream is going to be either like a good 6 hours beforehand or like 6 hours afterwards, possibly both, but just like an hour either time. Thank you all for tuning in. That was a fun tournament. It was nice to have the scores and the results like right after the end. That's refreshing. I'm just gonna go ahead and post those on YouTube and on the Discord as well, so you'll be able to look at that and also the results if you care to. So see you all next Saturday.